But we do begin today in the Vatican City. Pope Leo XIV delivering his first Sunday prayer as leader of the Roman Catholic Church. ABC's Terry Moran is there. Terry, good morning to you.
Good morning, Whit. It's a festive scene here at St. Peter's Square, the Pope's first Sunday prayer, as you said. In the early days of every papacy, tell a story that the whole world wants to hear. Who is the new Holy Father? For Pope Leo so far, it's a story of both continuity and change.
A special moment in St. Peter's Square this morning. Pope Leo XIV leading the first Sunday prayer of his papacy. Thousands came to pray with him. On Saturday, there was another first for Pope Leo, his first trip outside the Vatican, a joyful, impromptu visit to this ancient Augustinian shrine 30 miles south of Rome. The Pope arrived in a minivan and greeted the faithful. Inside, he prayed at the sanctuary. And then there was this stirring image. At the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome, Pope Leo prayed at the tomb of his predecessor, Pope Francis. Earlier in the day, the Pope made clear how much the legacy of Francis means to him at his first business meeting since his election on Thursday with the cardinals. Pope Leo praised Francis's reform efforts in the church, declaring that he intends to continue the late Pope's work, saying, "Let us take up this precious legacy and continue on the journey, inspired by the same hope that is born of faith." Back in the U.S., there's joy and love for the first American Pope, and many who knew him in his early years are sharing their memories. Like Sister Therese Del Genio, an 84-year-old nun who taught the man who would become Pope Leo XIV nearly 4 decades ago.
He's not just local and concerned about the United States. He has a global heart and a global vision.
And there have been celebrations all around the world in countries where the Pope has already touched so many lives, like Chiclao, Peru, where he spent much of his career as a missionary, teacher, and bishop. Overnight, our Matt Rivers attended a special outdoor mass held in the Pope's honor at the Chiclao Cathedral.
So it's not every day that you have a church service outside, and it's certainly not every day that you get applause during a church service. But then again, it's not every day that the guy who used to be Archbishop here is now their Pope.
This morning's prayer is just the start of a big week for Pope Leo. He's scheduled to meet with the world press for the first time tomorrow, and his inauguration mass is set to take place next Sunday.
In his Sunday prayers here, Pope Leo prayed for peace in the world, in Gaza, in Ukraine, and between India and Pakistan. And next Sunday at that installation mass, he'll have a chance to speak directly to many world leaders who are expected to attend. Janae?
All right, Terry, thank you for your reporting.